2 mei 2011. Amerikaanse elitetroepen voeren een aanval uit in Abbottabad, Pakistan. Eén doel: Al-Qaeda-leider Osama Bin Laden uitschakelen. Voor Obama is het nagelbijten in het Witte Huis. Dit is een van de belangrijkste momenten van zijn eerste termijn. Vlak achter de president in de Situation Room staat stafchef Mike Mullen. Op dat moment de hoogste Amerikaanse militair.
My main mission that day was to make sure that Washington didn't get in the way of execution. It's part of what technology brings you these days, and the tendency could be to reach in and give orders to those that are on the ground, and I actually fear that, and nobody did. So more than anything else, that's what I was there for.
On nights like this one, we can say to those families who have lost loved ones to Al-Qaeda's terror, justice has been done.
In zijn rijke militaire carrière stond Mullen niet alleen aan het hoofd van het Amerikaanse leger. Hij was ook nauw betrokken bij de NAVO. Het 70 jaar oude transatlantische bondgenootschap dat de Franse president Macron onlangs nog hersendood verklaarde.
I commanded in NATO on a couple of occasions, so I'm not unaware of how the French have felt about NATO for a long time. So my first reaction to President Macron's statement was that was not surprising. It was like the French wait for moments like this to be able to say something with respect to NATO that would put them in a stronger position of leadership. I'm someone that actually kind of likes straightforward talk, so it can't be misinterpreted. I just don't think it is representative of where this relationship is. That said, with the U.S.'s current position on NATO in terms of pulling back, I do think there's something there that needs to be addressed.
De Verenigde Staten bouwen hun militaire en financiële aandeel in de NAVO niet alleen af. In Europa groeit de twijfel over wat het Amerikaanse engagement nog waard is. In Syrië trok Trump de Amerikaanse troepen terug en gaf zo de vrije baan aan Turken en Russen. Een NAVO-bondgenoot en een NAVO-tegenstander die er nu samen patrouilleren. De trouwe Koerdische medestrijders, zo cruciaal in de strijd tegen IS, werden eenvoudig gedumpt. Wat moeten de Europese bondgenoten daar nu van denken?
If you actually design something to have everybody that you would want to lose win, it was the perfect storm. So Putin and Russia won, Nasrallah and Hezbollah won, Assad won, Erdogan won, Rouhani and Iran won, ISIS won. I mean, it was almost, and our friends lost.
Het eigen gereide optreden van Trump in Syrië was voor zijn vorige minister van Defensie een brug te ver. James Mattis stelde zijn veto en toen hij merkte dat dat niet werkte bij Trump, diende hij zijn ontslagbrief in op 20 december vorig jaar.
I had lunch with him the day before he did that, and even throughout the lunch, he gave me no indication that he was going to go see the president the next day and turn his letter in. He could not live with the continuing destruction of those alliances, nor could he live with the fact that if we pulled the troops out of Syria, he would leave good friends that we fought side by side with on the ground. And in fact, the way I describe that is betray those that we're in battle with.
Hoe zit het nu met het bondgenootschap tussen Amerika en de partners aan de overkant van de oceaan? Welke kant moet het uit met de NAVO? Rusland blijft een bedreiging, maar de echte uitdaging in de toekomst wordt China. Zeker als je het aan de Amerikanen vraagt.
I've said for, a dozen years, I think the most important relationship between two countries in this century is the one between the U.S. and China. And my underpinning for that is really because these are the two largest economies in the world. And as a military guy, what I learned over the course of my career is when economies grow, particularly in stable environments, the likelihood of conflict is reduced dramatically, and the opposite is true as well. So I don't think there's any question that relationship is critical. But given the economic entanglements and disentanglements which are going on globally, particularly vis-a-vis China, I think there's an opportunity for NATO to be as significant now as it's ever been in its history. But leaders have to do that.